Now, greetings to everybody. This is your brother Black and More. About to do a little breakdown of some nationality. So, what you see right here is the word nationality. Okay? Now, we're going to come back to that word. Okay? Next word, number 2, is race. All right? Everybody should know that word. Right? Like, everybody know what this word means. Social label. White and black. But we don't know what this word means. Especially when it comes to so-called Negroes, black, and colored. Correct? We don't know that word. But we most definitely know this word. We hear this word all day, every day. Racism, right? White at the top, black at the bottom. Correct? Color, number 3. Color. Description, biological description of what? You're not that. But you got your Asian Smiths, dirty Moors keeping you from that. But when you come down here, you see the arrow. I had an arrow going all the way down here to number 2. Every major group has a nationality. Who you go, favorite restaurants you go eat at? Chinese, Japanese, Italian, German, Mexican, Arab, Jew. I forgot to put the European. You see what that says? It says, what nation is black? And all these major groups, they have a treaty with who? United States, right? All of them. All of them have an embassy that they can go to in the United States, right? What embassy do black people have? Because, see, that's why it says social labels, because in public, you don't talk about nationality. See, in public, you deal with race. You see what I'm saying? White, all, that's why I got the arrow like I got it. All these nationalities follow up on a status, white status. You see, your so-called FBA leaders, they ain't talking about that. They're talking about that. That doesn't matter because law does not, what does not protect colors. And we see that every day. Now you say, tell me if I'm lying. Law does protect nationalities. All these have nationality. Why they're not telling us what our nationality is? Because you gotta understand, all these nations, they took a bag to cover up the true black people nation. See, everybody trading places with you and got you stuck up here talking about that when all them are up under that white status. So when you think that you're just talking about so-called white people, when you think you're just talking about white people, you're talking about all them. Because all of them follow up on the white because they have a nationality. And they follow up on the human rights because they have a nationality. That's why I tell you law what? Protects nationality. Does protect nationality. That's why they have human rights and so-called black people have civil rights. Because black people are still slaves to what? The so-called race. I hope that makes sense. It should make sense. That's why the Moors tell you we Moors because we have a nationality. And this landmass is Morocco. See? And we are Moroccans. You need to go check out YouTube. Look up AMPAC. Look at man, yeah, it's section 180. And watch how Brother J Bay break it down. And he also did real good on celebrating Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali's birthday and Brother Martin Luther King's birthday together. How he broke down how they work together hand in hand. But see, that's what we need to be getting back to. Nationality. But see, the so-called race social label keep us in our feelings because all these people right here, they follow up under the white status. And they living the good life because they using the so-called black people as the what? Collateral. Using their land. You see, I didn't put Indian up here because Indian is not a nationality. See, Indian is no different than black. It's all a setup to keep you away from nationality, from political identity and legal protections. See, that's why we can't get no justice. We can't get no peace because we don't have a nationality. We don't have a nation. That's something that they named us. You know, no disrespect. Like we their animals, like we're their pets. So they named us the lesser status because they don't like us. It ain't dealing with racism. It's just dealing with you're the money. Your children are the ones who fill the jails and the prisons every day. All day, every day. You only see a handful of people with nationalities in there. But see, the reason they in there, because they follow up on a what? Birthright citizenship. But you don't. That's why the Dred Scott case was so important, because the Dred Scott case told you you could never be a United States citizen. See? You have to understand that. But see, your so-called Negro leaders, they ain't teaching you nationality. They keep you away from that. Because there's so much money in saying, oh, black people this, black people that. See? You're running pay for it. But see, you ain't gonna pay for nationality. I be seeing so many lives on TikTok. These people be all in this. That's all they be talking about. Now they talking about what's Moors and da da da. And how listen. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. See, the Moor, you're the father and the mother of all this shit. That's you. See, you the secret. But see, like I told you, they gonna keep you here because they know you don't know nothing about this. This is the hidden secret right here. All this. Cause see, now you got treaties. That's what the Treaty of Peace and Friendship is all about. 1787. It's talking about the Moors, so-called black people. I gotta find my other mark. So-called black people. Let's see. They ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna act like they got an identity crisis. The more. The so-called black people. See, we traded places. Because when you look up the etymology of black, black means pale. Means pale. You see, yo, your leaders, they ain't gonna tell you that. See what I'm saying? They're gonna keep you away from that because there's too much money in this. This is nothing but a brand, man. This is a brand name. It's a good one. Bring in billions and trillions of dollars every year. Because I got over 40 million black brands that what? Generate revenue. Cool. Yeah. And then, because you eat at all their restaurants, you buy all their clothes, you buy all their computers, you buy everything. See what I'm saying? All these people have nationalities, but you. But see, like I said, your so-called leaders, they ain't gonna tell you that. You the secret. That's why they don't want you to wake up to the truth. The so-called black people, the so-called Negro, black, and colored, the so-called most talented people on the planet, they say they don't want to teach you that. My goal is to never let you know the more you, the more abiders, your true lineage, your true heritage, your true culture. See? They'll try to argue you down, but they don't read shit. They don't read nothing. But they'll try to argue with you. When how you gonna argue with me when everybody I do business with that I see every single day has a nationality? But the people that I see that look like me, the copper colored people, they're right here. What happened to their nationality? Everybody else that I do business with has a nationality. So why is it so important to keep me away from my nationality? See? But see, like I said, you go to these TikToks and what they're gonna be doing. Talking about race and what they did to so-called black people. But they ain't gonna tell you that they stripped the Moors from their nationality and their birthright and named them Indians, right? We went to Indians first. Named us Indians. Then remember they kicked us out the tribes. Because then we got everybody in place. Now they been had everybody in place. That's why you would never get back to nationality. But you'll look at me like I'm crazy. Because I'm talking about nationality, but you sitting here, you work for all these companies, all these people with nationalities on the companies that you work for. All the cars that you buy, all these cars that you buy every year with your tax money, they all come from people who have nationality. But you want to act like I'm crazy. I'm just saying. See, I can keep you entertained with football and basketball and entertainment, comedian shit. I can make you laugh. I can make you dance. I can make you do everything to keep you away from that. See? Take it how you want to take it. But you can't challenge me. There go the receipts right there. There ain't nothing to argue about. People be wanting me to come in them live. I come in them live and I look at that shit and I'm like, man, get out of here. You ain't talking about that. I don't give a damn about no UCCs. I don't care about none of that shit. I care about this. So see, the UCCs, all that shit is their system. They breaking their own laws. See, when they nationalize the so-called black people, they violated the law. And all your so-called brothers and sisters who did what? Went to these sororities, went to all these secret societies, right? Social labels. Social. These social gatherings, right? So they went to these social gatherings, these private social gatherings, and what did they say? They said, we'll give you a bag of chips, and you open up the bag of chips, you got some gold in there. Or you might have a check in there. To make sure that the so-called black people would never know that they were the Moors. So am I wrong? And you see it all there on TikTok. Hey, if you go ask these group of people in an intelligent tone about your nationality, they'll probably tell you that you were what? The Moors. You was just defeated. And they took your history and they rewrote it like they supposed to, right? Think about it, man. This is the rules of war. When you conquer people, you take all their history from them and you rewrite it, right? You take the babies from them, the mothers, the elders. You kill all them, keep the babies. You grow up the way I want you to grow up, believing that you're a color. But the law does not protect colors. Do it. See? We know all about the Jim Crow laws, don't we? Colors. That's why they could do what they wanted to do. They can still do it today. Colors. That's why they call it color of law. Hold on, let me get my marker out. There we go. Put that in there. Color of law. That's what the state does, right? Color of law, black and white. That's why they got it on your application. Black or white. Now, you know, you can be anything now these days because everything is banking. You create money out of thin air. Oh, you want to be a dog? Shit. Go to the courthouse and petition that you're a dog and you're not a man no more. You're a male dog. Shit, they'll sign off on them because they do Satan shit. Cause confusion to conquer. See? Take your land from you and keep you under this status. They on top, you on the bottom. But see how they did with trade places because they were the first slaves. See? They know it. They know they're the first slave. But they ain't going to tell you that because they know their job is not to empower you. But see, you're supposed to leave this status and come back home to your nationality. See? Now, when you claim your nationality, you what? Back under law again. You protected. See? Now you with the nations of what? the family of nations, because you have a nationality. You belong, because I have a nationality. One more. That will go right up under there. That go right up under there. You see? Y'all want to play games and shit and act like your children and your bloodline is not important. See? You want to stay up under here and you want to raise your children up under here with that same hatred, and the hate is what got us fucked up. We got to come in love. See? That's the first principle. We have 5 principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Shit ain't hard, but y'all try to make it hard. And excuse me, I was thirsty. I need another one. But when I have these thoughts on my mind, I gotta get it out. Because I seen some more BS today. See these bullshit lies. What was the morals? And da da da. They just gonna lie to you because they are part of a secret society. You have to understand that. These people get paid to keep you away from your nationality. They don't want you down here with the rest of them. You make too much money. You feed the beast. You gotta remember what the Matrix said, what Morpheus said. I'm playing Morpheus. Where my Neos? Where my Trinities? See what I'm saying? Cause you got to understand the game. As long as I keep you over here, I'm making money. That's color law. They can do anything they want to do with you. Throw you away, throw the kid away, now because you follow up on color law. This is why these people don't do business with you, because they know you don't know about your nationality. That's the secret. You have to understand. And these are for my people who already know who they are. Let me ask you this question. We all know that everybody on this board, I wouldn't say Mexico, but the rest of these countries would have something to do with what? Defeating the Moorish Empire. Now you just say, tell me if I'm wrong. You tell me that these countries today, the same countries that they used to help defeat us when we were running shit, today are the same countries that don't want to do business with who? The United States. Right? Make perfect sense. That's what the prophet said. He said one day that all nations, the United States, ain't gonna have no friends. All nations are gonna turn against them. And these are the same nations that keep hiding the secret instead of coming on national, international news and telling the black people that they Moors. That's all they gotta do. To break the curse. That simple. Ain't no debating this shit. These people sit here on these lives arguing, raising hell about the most dumbest shit. When it's common sense. Common sense. It's common sense. If everybody up under this group has a nationality, what happened to mine? Because I had to have one. I just couldn't been a slave my whole life. It ain't no way possible. Who in the hell were my ancestors? Right? And they first thing they gonna tell you was a damn Indian. And they a damn Indian lie. That's the shit that they wrote up and put in the books. You have to understand that shit. To keep you confused. You gotta go back to the treaties. The treaties the only thing that matter. The treaty is the law. The law. The law of the land. The treaty following the law of the land. Because that's how the shit was taken. And we know they don't uphold treaties, because we know how many treaties they broke with the Indians. The Tendians. To take our land. Then kick us out of, if you want to go with the Indian shit, then kick us out our own tribe because they put their own $5 Indians in the tribe. If you want to stick with that, but you don't see Indian up under what? Every major group has a nationality. See no Indian up under there? That's what we missing. Let's see. FBA and all that black shit. That shit doesn't matter. Because law does not protect colors. They using color law against you. But y'all act like y'all slow, and I don't see how you slow when you eat at all these places. You buy your clothes from these people. You buy your cars from these people. In your houses, your wood, and everything. These people build your houses. Majority of them. You drive for their trucking company. Majority of them. Shit. The Jews, oh man, come on, man. All this shit. They all have a nationality. But what happened to ours? Why was it so important to keep us away from our nationality? See, you ain't asking the right questions. Why was it so important for them to keep us over here under race? And how we get under race if you didn't disnationalize us and steal our birthright from us? How the hell that happened? See? Because you prisoners of war. Your empire failed to Rome. That's why the dollar bill give you the Roman seal on the back and give you our seal on the back. To show you that you're dealing with two different entities. One is asleep and one is motherfucking alive. The Moorish Empire is asleep. The Roman Empire is still alive. That's why they all in your face. They control everything. You don't control everything because you still asleep thinking you a damn color. Still thinking you a damn color. Instead of you thinking that you number one, you have a nationality. That's number one for a reason. That's why it's up there. Race and color, shit, last place. But all these people have a nationality. They in number one. And see, and we in what? Number two. All these people belong on the white. Because it's a status. But anyway, listen, TikTok, I love you. This is your brother, Blackamore. I just wanted to give you my breakdown. Because it made perfect sense, bro. They use hate to keep us fucked up. We hate our baby mamas. We hate our baby daddies. We hate everything about this shit. We hate everything about that word. But you got these dummies who go get these bags and they can talk good and say big words and get all up in front of your face and you thinking they doing something. They're the same ancestors who got your ass enslaved when their ancestors was the preachers and shit, taking them bags of silver behind our ancestors' back to keep us up under this race color shit, to make us give up our nationality. The shit is deep, but it's not even deep no more. Your common sense is supposed to kick in. If I'm doing business with the group that has a nationality and all they doing is taking my money, shit, and nobody ain't telling me what my nationality is. But you got all these different races doing lives. Nationalities is doing lives, and they want to talk about race. And when you ask them about nationality, they shut the hell up. Because that was confirmation. They shut the hell up because they know they took the oath not to tell you about nationality. I can't wake you up to nationality because if I wake you up to nationality, I got to go home. I don't want to go home. It's beautiful over here. Although they be killing you with the food and shit, but it's beautiful over here as long as the Moors asleep. They don't want you to wake up. You wake up, it's hell, it's done. It's done. It's done, dog. It's done. You feel me? It's done. So now you belong up where you supposed to be. Number one. You above all them. Shit. When you come back home, you're gonna be above all them. Because they look up to you. Where you think they get civilization from? Your ancestors. You. Where you think they got all this creativity from? You. Where you think they get all their creativity? You. Where you think they got creativity? You. Where you think they got their creativity from? You. Who you think they got their creativity from? You. Who you think they imitating? You. See? You secret. I promise you. God damn it. I promise you on everything. They ain't gonna talk about it. They gonna talk about this bullshit and this shit. Shit that don't matter because they know the law does not protect color. That's why you see them motherfuckers say, you see them motherfuckers, so-called white women in distress. Help, help, because they know you number two. So when them boys come, she's the victim. Any though she do you wrong, they ain't gonna see no wrong on her. They gonna see that word, and they know this word is bad. Regardless you right or wrong, they still gonna mistreat you. See, when you got that, oh hell no, they gonna back up as soon as you say that word. They gonna say, oh, you're a sovereign citizen. No, I ain't no damn sovereign citizen. I'm a landlord, this bitch. How can I help you? Where your green card is? See, the things you need to be asked, because people are imitating you. I don't need people know who you are. But they took an oath not to tell you who you are. Because we're making money off you being right here. And they don't give a damn. They heartless. They ain't like you. They don't got no soul. They don't got no spirit. They can't worship their ancestors like you worship yours. I don't even think they have any. Right. Anyway, I'm done. I just wanted to share that. You know what I'm saying? Get your study on, bro. And stop falling for the banana and the tailpipe, man. Because you got these dirty moles right here, man, who want to keep you up under this bullshit. That's all that is. This is where you want to be. That's where you want to be. Peace and love.